Right, I am extremely ill-prepared for today. And ill. Give me a second. Currently look like Boris Johnson. That has to change. Oh god, we're not looking too hot today. Alright, welcome to the Mexican Grand Prix, year 2024. Let's get the Kick and Twitch stream up. Greetings all from the Twitch and Kick platform, welcome in. Yeah, I am massively, like, as I said, ill-prepared for today, because, yeah, reasons, really. Make me mod, fuck off. Okay. Okay, YouTube Shorts chat is going absolutely crazy. Right, let's do this thing. How many laps is it today? 71? Fucking hell. That's quite a lot, really. Where's my thing? There it is, hello. Let me do a little bit of that. Boom! So, there it is. Okay. Let's do this thing. Oh, that's class from you, Samuel. Well done. Fuck that guy. Okay, anyway. Done it all wrong. Hang on, here we go. The first to move is gay. Great. Anyway, so, Mexican Grand Prix. This track is awful, but we're forced to race here anyway. I believe the strategies for today is going to be a one-stop because of the altitude. The degradation is quite low. You can see the starting grid here today. I actually got, out of the top 10 I predicted yesterday, I got one correct, but arguably the most important one, as I got the pole position correct. Today, I'm going to back Chile con carne and say Carlos Sainz is going to win today. And then I'm going to go for Lando Norris second. I'm going to go for a Charles Leclerc third. I'm going to go for a Verstappen fourth. I'm going to go for a Piastri fifth, because why not? And then we're going to go with Hamilton in sixth. We're going to go Hulkenberg seventh. I think Russell has a disaster today, so I'm going to go Magnussen eighth. I'm going to say Albon ninth. And then we'll go for a bit of a surprise one. We'll go with Liam Lawson 10th. There you go. That's my predictions for today. Guess I'm gay? Good for you. We don't discriminate around here. That's perfectly okay. Right. How long we got? Oh, Jesus Christ. We're about to start already. The formation lab should begin really soon. Very nice. Yeah, So basically, I woke up. I've had, like, no sleep, which I didn't yesterday, to be fair. And then I decided, because I'm such an intelligent, one-of-a-kind species, I decided to drink 2 cups of instant coffee from Tesco. And let's just say, I feel like I'm about to spew up my intestines. So, not ideal, but we're locked. We're here anyway for the next hour and a half. So it's about to hit 8 o'clock, and then of course that's when the formation lap starts, and we will go from there. No way bro hit the sleeping emoji. Yeah, I'm fucking tired, lad. Good night, good night, good night. Good night, good morning. Good afternoon. I've also not stopped sneezing since, like, 2007, so, yeah, that's going to be a problem throughout the stream. But enough about me. I just seem like an Arsenal fan at this point, constantly crying, but we move. Formation lap is underway. I think everyone's off the grid alright. It would be funny if, you know, a certain Mercedes driver would, you know, have an engine failure off the start and, like, DNF. That'd be very cool, but maybe that won't happen. Might have to go blow my nose, like, halfway through, because I am ill! Seriously. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we've got any team radios where the drivers are saying stuff. Hang on, that was one. Wind mirrors are a bit loose, Hamilton says. Also, it seems Ocon is starting in the pit lane. What a loser. Stinky driver, bro. GG, Sam contaminated. Nerd. Lando, no wins. Coming through. Why is this race engineer turned like Austrian? What's happened there? Okay, I'm not sure about that one. 71 laps seems quite a lot. Because the lap times are going to be like 1 minute 22s, I think, probably, maybe, potentially, possibly, spectacularly, suspiciously, amazingly, probably, maybe. So, I'm going to be here for a long time, aren't I? That's a good thing. I mean, if the race is boring, then obviously it's not, but I feel like we're in for a banner. We are already in for a generational turn number 1, really. We have got the top 4 all fighting very hard for something. Verstappen and Norris, the drivers. Ferrari and McLaren, the constructors. So, I am predicting someone of the top 4 is going in the barriers. Do a little Checo Perez from last year, just clot into someone. Sainz are lining up on the grid very, very early. Little early bird. Lewis Hamlet loses in the moment of coming number 1. That makes no fucking sense, and my brain is rattled because of it. Get me locked. Jeez, it takes a while for everyone to line up. I think Sainz has gone a bit too early there. Watch him lose first now into turn 1 because he, well, lined up so quickly. I mean, he's already been lined up about 30 seconds. Fucking Chinese bloke at the back still hasn't even, like, he's stopped. He's stopped. Oh, no, he's going again. Well done, lad. I think he will still finish P20, even though he's currently P19 with another car in the pit lane. I think he will finish P20 in this race because, well, he's a horrible driver. Okay, here we go. Let's do this thing. Mexicano, El Grand Prix de Mexicana. Let's do this thing. Are we ready? Mystery man with a green flag is probably walking by at some point. And we are away! Here we go. That is way too many cars to be looking at, but it seems like Sainz got a decent start. I'm lying. Verstappen has somehow managed to shithouse the lead. That's an incredible effort, really. George Russell losing a lot of places. Sergio Perez on the gainage. Albon going down. That's not very good. And we have already a yellow flag. Yuki Tsunoda, shit driver, in the wall. And Alex Albon as well. That's really shit, because I put Albon as like one of the drivers to get into the points. That's pissed me off. I don't know if that's going to be a safety car or not. I'm not entirely sure thus far. But Sergio Perez making manoeuvres early on in this race. Plus 5 places. That's filthy. Max Verstappen somehow takes the lead. I have no idea how he's managed that. Alex Albon going extremely slowly. Verstappen almost has a 1 second lead already. What a driver. Yellow flag in Sector 4 as well as Albon is stopped. And the safety car has been deployed. There you go. That was a very exciting start, and I didn't even get to watch it, because I'm just watching this live timing like you lot are. So Verstappen took the lead, went off, sped past, got past Sainz. I don't think Verstappen has the pace to hold on to P1, but we are talking about Max Verstappen here, the generational talent quoted by many Formula 1 drivers. So you never know. Norris, for the first time, I think, in this Formula 1 season, hasn't actually lost a place off the start, so fair play, Lando. That's a big achievement for you. Lewis Hamilton on the gainage, but so far, after 1 full lap, we are now on lap number 2. I need to make sure I keep this nice and updated. On lap 2, our biggest gainer is, I don't think anyone was expecting this. I certainly wasn't. Our biggest gainer is Checo Perez, who gains 5 places off the start and is up to P13 on the hard compound tyre. Then, our biggest loser is unfortunately Alexander Albon. Now, you can't really count him, I suppose, because he is now actually DNF'd. But, you know, he's still no, we can't count Albon, can we? Because he crashed and stopped. So our biggest loser is actually a three-way tie between Sainz, Russell, and Gasly, who have all lost 3 places. Oh, sorry, lost 1 place. Duh! Team radios from anyone from who's crashed? No. We have a Sergio Perez radio. No. Colapinto? What's the alarm for the brake? What is this procedure? You don't want that. Gasly apparently saying that he has a puncture as well. Shout out K-Mag. Yeah, bro's where he started. Well done him. Quality stuff. Hulkenberg's in the points, though. I put him in my top 10, did I not? Did I not do that? I believe I did that. Did I do that? I did do that! Aha! Now, unfortunately, that one of my drivers that I put to be in the top 10 is now out of the race, so that's not gone too well. But we move. I suppose Lawson's in the points currently. I put him in P10. He's there. If the Hasses switch round, that's another thing for me as well. Yeah. It's not looking too bad, really. I mean, the Oscar Piastri downfall needs to be studied, really. Blood didn't manage to gain a place on that opening lap, despite 2 cars ahead of him going off. So he actually technically lost 2 places, because, yeah, that's how that works. But yeah, that was a pretty fun opening lap. I'm quite interested to see what Tsunoda did to get Clarton. I'm wondering, did he get, you know, a bit barged? Did he get a bit barged? Or did he just crash on his own? Obviously, in qualifying, he did crash on his own. Pretty good wheel knowledge from Fat Krim. I said he lost the rear and spun off into the wall. I said that without knowing what he'd actually done. Watch the replay. He spun off on his own, locked up, and went into the wall. So that was good ball knowledge. I'm going to load up the Sky Sports broadcast, and I'm going to tell you exactly what happened to Yuki Tsunoda. And we're actually got a replay on board with the lad. So, making his way down the main straight, going past Alexander Albon with that shit new livery, getting pushed onto the grass by Alex Albon, and then Alex Albon clips Tsunoda's rear, which actually takes Tsunoda's tyre off, of which he gets sent into the barriers, skidded along, clarks into the back wall. So once again, Alex Albon at fault for another crash. FP1 loses the car on his own, sends, you know, Behrman into a wall and himself, and now he's also ruined his and Tsunoda's races. Now, I don't think you can put all of the... You can't put all the blame. You can't put the blame on me. You can't really blame Albon fully because he has been also pinched by an Alpine. I don't know which Alpine that is. But he basically got stuck in a sandwich. So he either turns right and takes out an Alpine, or he turns left and takes out Tsunoda. I think I would have taken out the Alpine because they're French, of course. That's what I would have done in that situation. We still don't know when the safety car is going to go in. It should be quite a while because it was a nasty whack and there are 2 different cars at different parts of the track with loads of bodywork fucking everywhere. So it might take a while, but that's fine. We're, you know, getting the laps counting down. We have just started lap number 4. Lovely stuff. Fastest lap, a 2:13. That is rapid. Go on, 2:12. What's happened to Hamilton? Oh, nothing. Okay, anyway. Will we see a 2:12? Go on. 2:12. No? Why is Alonso so slow? Look at Alonso on the live timing, just ahead of Checo. He's 3.5 seconds behind Stroll. Hurry up, mate. We ain't got a fucking day. Come on. Please, hurry up. Let's see if I can get any, recon as to when this safety car might be coming in. I don't really know for now, but an interesting opening lap, really. Decent whackage, good crash, entertaining crash. 2 irrelevant drivers out of the race, so we don't really care too much. Now this is... Oh, Sergio Perez is under investigation for... what? A jump start, I think? Well, that ain't a jump start, first of all. Although you don't actually, to be fair, he didn't jump the start, but, you know, like, the car can, like, slightly roll forward before the start. I think that might have happened, so... Yeah, Perez not looking too hot at the moment. He might get done for that, so we'll have to wait and see, but that's dodgy. But a good opening lap from him, avoided the chaos, got a really nice start, and he's up a few places. False start. Not a jump start. What's a false start? This race is thrilling. It is, mate. Fuck it, I love it. I'm having a great time. What's a false start? Does that just mean the same thing? Like, they just jumped it? I assume that's what that means, but he definitely didn't with, like, you know, the action of actually putting his foot down. I think that might have happened where the car just rolls forward slightly. And it goes, like, obviously over the sensor. But I think he should get away with that. Because that was slow reactions, even by my standards, was Checo. Like, Checo, like, lights went out. Like, say the lights go out, now, go. Like, my reactions are a lot quicker than that. So, he should be fine. But we'll see. We'll see. That's all that's really going on right now. I still don't know what a false start is, though. What is a false start? I want to see if the internet knows about that. I do think that's just, like, jumping it, but why don't they just say jump start instead? F1 false start. It is signaled by firing the starting gun twice and the race is stopped. What do you mean the gun? What? Since 2009, the offending athletes... No, I don't care about athletics. In the sporting regulations of F1 or in the FIA Code of Conduct, there is no rule that precisely explains what a false start is, and there is no minimum reaction time. Right, so false start just means a jump start. Okay, cool, got it. But he definitely didn't, so we'll see. Still don't know when the safety car's coming in. I don't have any recon on it at the moment. But, I mean, we're getting at least another lap of it, so... Yeah, safety car! Ah. Love it. It should say at the bottom... Oh, hang on. 5-second penalty for Checo Perez for a false start. It just wasn't, though. Like, what? It just wasn't. Lap 1, turn 1 incident, no further investigation as well, but... How can you give a 5-second penalty for that? Like, that just... What? His reaction time was slow! I thought that was slow! What do you mean? Oh, that's just wound me up really bad. I don't think that'll matter too much to him in the long run, because I feel like he's going to have a race where he's probably going to get in the points, but just be, like, 30 seconds behind... Be like 30 seconds behind, like, the P9, but then, like, 30 seconds ahead of P11, so... Who knows? But that's pissed me off, because I just don't think that's a penalty at all. What? Okay, so it says here... The actual thing wasn't his reaction, it said his car was over the front of his gearbox. Okay, safety car in this lap, by the way, so at the end of this lap. I love Checo's reaction. He gets told that our start is under investigation. Why? It says false start on the race control messages. Checo, no, it was a great start. And that it was. But I think he just parked funny. I mean, I don't know what the gearbox was in front of his car means, to be honest. He started far from the line. Oh, so I think he was actually in the wrong... I don't care. Right, anyway, we're about to get back underway. That 5-second penalty shouldn't matter too much in the grand scheme of things. You never know. It's probably worth one place at the end. It might just not mean anything. We'll find out. Verstappen is ready to go. Safety car is back in. At any point in time, Verstappen can give it the beans. And he's gone quite early, to be honest. I would have waited until, like, the start line to avoid the slipstream, but he has actually got quite a good start. He is already 7 tenths ahead of Chili Con Carne. Across the line, and we are away for lap number 7. We are already a 10th of the way through. No, a 7th of the way through. Yeah, that's maths. Okay, no, a 10th of the way through. I dropped out of school. Anyway, do we see any position changes going into turn 1? It doesn't seem like it. No. Okay, everyone's good. Do we have any close battles going on? We've got Magnussen potentially dive bombing it on Russell. Leclerc potentially dive bombing on Norris. No, not really. Not quite. Okay, that's got to be the most boring safety car restart I have ever seen in my life. How do you do a safety car restart at Mexico and don't do a single overtake? That is barbaric and woke nonsense. Okay, moving on. Let me quickly go and pause the Sky Sports stream, just so it's not eating up my PC's memory. And we'll go from there. So Verstappen already has a 1.2 second lead, the fastest Sector 2 of anybody so far, by a considerable margin as well. He's like 6 tenths up on anyone else. That's fast. Now, I predicted that Verstappen would finish behind Norris, but so far it's not looking like that at all. It's looking like Verstappen's going to do a Leclerc where he takes the lead and then just spears off and wins. That would be remarkable, really, given the Red Bull is easily the 3rd fastest car this weekend. But going down the main straight once again, will we see an overtake? Probably not, because no one's really close to each other. All the gaps are quite far. The closest one is going to be Alonso on Stroll at 0.4 seconds. And that's it. So no overtakes going to turn 1, although you'd sort of expect that. This track doesn't really promote overtaking whatsoever. There is quite literally one overtaking spot, and even though the straight is about 17 Ugandan miles long, you still need to be within about 3 tenths at the exit of the final corner to get the move done. And of course, if you're in a DRS train, there's no hope of making a move. That's why, you know, Piastri, Checo, and the other drivers you'd expect to cut through the field probably won't do that, as I've just spilt water everywhere. That's not ideal, but we move. Anything going on? Why is there a DRS bit there? That is the most pointless section of DRS I've ever seen in my life, but whatever, I guess. I should probably move my phone, because it's now currently saturated in water, which isn't great. Electronics and water don't usually blend quite well. Carlos Sainz has managed to get back within a second of Max Verstappen, though. That is actually quite a good effort as we now begin lap number 9. And here we go. He's 0.8 back, which is definitely too far back to get a move done, I think. Okay, so he managed... Actually, no, I think he sent it, you know. Carlos Sainz! Oh my word! Chili con carne! Has he done it? I think he's got that move done. And of course, he gets the DRS on the next straight because F1 is a weird sport. Fair play, Chili con carne. That was unbelievable, really. I wasn't expecting that at all. I thought you had to be quite close, but he was 7 tenths back and just sent it up the inside. Simply sublime, simply sensational. We should build a statue of him. That's what we should do. Chili con carne, Tesco special, 50% discount. Well done, lad. Lovely stuff. Okay. So we have a new race leader. Now, will Verstappen getting back on the next straight? Who knows, really? I think so. I mean, Verstappen, if he's within, like, 0.6 or within 0.7, he should be able to at least go for an over... Oh. Oh, I thought he just got past him at the stadium section. That would have been extremely impressive. But Sainz has a really nice exit out of the final corner. My goodness. Track surface slippery in Sector 7. That's great. Who cares? Anyway, 0.6 between Verstappen and Chili going into turn number 1. Will we see an overtake? Top 3 are getting very, very close. I don't know if Verstappen has sent it. I don't think he has. Oh, I don't know. It's very, very close. But no, Sainz is good. Verstappen will have DRS again, of course. But this straight nearly, isn't nearly as long. So it's actually a decent length, really. It's about 3/4 the length of the other one. It's actually a lot longer than I think, but yeah, Sainz managing to hold on, but it's very, very close up top. This is quite an exciting little battle. If I updated the lap counter. No. What an actual sad, pathetic loser. And Max Verstappen is off. Max Verstappen is back on. What? Okay, so Verstappen got sent back down to like P7 for a second. So he's actually been done by Leclerc, who has got past Norris as well. What has just happened? Okay, I'm sorry, I need to watch the Sky Sports broadcast for that one. Hold up a minute. Bing, 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 bing. Bing, 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 bing. Bing, 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 bing. Right, I know there's probably an overtake going on at the moment, but I am going to get some recon for you. So, Lando Norris going down the second straight, sends it around the outside of Max Verstappen, outbrakes himself, gets pushed off track by Verstappen, which is within the rules for some reason, and then has to let Sainz go by. Doesn't let Verstappen go by, though, which is quite interesting, really. Letting Sainz go by makes sense. Verstappen then sends up the inside of Norris. Both of them go off. And Leclerc does the same thing he done in Texas, which is send it down the inside. And that means he's now up to second. What a moron. I hate that Dutch bastard so much. Max is trying to kill Lando. Very smart play. That is actually fucking gigabrain, really. And no one can think of that. Sergio Perez also on the move, getting past Fernando Alonso. Ugh. This hoodie just... It's got all crusty since I washed it. Anyway, no one cares. So we are now on, what, lap number 11. So let's update that. I'm really bad at updating the lap count. I just wanted to get some recon on what happened between why Verstappen dropped down. But yeah, that is what happened. Yeah. Basically, it's just more scrapping between Norris and Verstappen. I feel like Norris... I feel like they might not... They will either... I think if they're unbiased, which of course they're always biased, but if they're completely unbiased, I think they should either give no penalty at all or give both of them a 5-second, because Lando got pushed off by Verstappen, but then came back on in front of him, and then Verstappen sent it up the inside of Norris, and then tries to kill him by both going off track. I still don't understand why you can't just race remotely fairly, but sure. Turn 4 incident. So, actually, the Turn 8 incident, which was when... So, that was the second incident. Both cars were being investigated. But the Turn 4 incident, which is when Lando sent it around the outside, that is, that's only Verstappen being investigated. No, now it's only Norris. They changed it. Okay, so I'll keep you updated on that. Sergio Perez on the move again. This geezer's on one today. He has got a bit of a gap, though, until he catches up to Liam Lawson, but I believe in the boy. So, let's just hope he doesn't get done by Lance Stroll, and we'll go from there. But a good strategy, really, by Verstappen to try and kill your opponent. That has shown to work in the past. Ayrton Senna versus Alain Prost, Japan 1991, or whenever it was. It worked. He killed Alain Prost. And won the championship because of it. So, you know, it is effective, but you have to be careful with it. But we'll see what happens. Verstappen and Norris both get their lap times deleted. Norris actually has 2 track limits delete. No. What? Oh, he got 2 track limits in 1 lap. Oh, shit. That's quite bad, isn't it? Oscar Piastri on the move, trying to get past a Sauber. That's tough. I think he has got the move done, though. But well done, him. What is concerning to me, though, is that Oscar Piastri is struggling to get past the bottom of the field, like Saubers and Williams, on medium tyres. That's really bad. But we move. It's a Ferrari 1-2 once again. If Ferrari keep a 1-2 today again, which, to be honest, they have the ability and the pace to do that, Verstappen and Norris are so busy tripping over each other, Ferrari are just like, yeah, thanks, mate. Appreciate that. I'll slip you a tenner later. And they're just going to go and win the Constructors. I mean, realistically, if Ferrari keep it at 1-2 with the fastest lap, they would get 26 plus 18. So they would get 54 points. Would they? Well, no, it's 26. So 30... No, it's 44. Duh! 34 points. And that is almost enough to catch up to McLaren. So, yeah, that's crazy. Anyway, it's now lap number 14, I believe. Yep, there we go. Look at me keeping up top with the lap update. Sergio Perez catching Liam Lawson. That's the only real battle we're looking at on track right now. Just him trying to catch Lawson. The Ferrari split by just over a second. Verstappen 2 seconds back now. Norris outside of the second. The only drivers that have DRS is Russell on Hamilton, Magnussen on Russell, Gasly on Hulkenberg, and then Colapinto on Alonso, Piastri on Colapinto, and then Zhou Guanyu on Bottas. Bottas, actually quite a lot to be fair. Never mind. There's actually quite a few cars that have DRS. And a 10-second penalty for Max Verstappen. And that is wholeheartedly deserved. I like him. But he's a prick. You're a prick, right? That is... You can't just, like, kill a man to, like, keep your P3. Do you know what I mean? Or your P2 it was at the time. You can't do that. Like, it's just disgrace, just disgraceful conduct, really. So, yeah, I think that's deserved. But I feel like Lando deserves a 5-second for how he overtook Verstappen off track and then stayed ahead of him. I'm not sure. What lap is it? The Ferrari's looking to have a little bit of a scrap. Split by just under a second now. Verstappen dropping even further back. Now almost 3 seconds away. Sergio Perez now within a second of Liam Lawson. Liam Lawson doesn't have DRS, so you'd hope it'd be easy pickings for Checo, but I don't know. And we are now about a quarter of the way through this... No, we're not a quarter of the way. What's a quarter of the way? 17 or something. I don't know. I really, like, should have stayed at school, realistically. But we move. Okay, anyway. Zhou Guanyu and Ocon fighting for P18. I think Ocon just went off a little bit because he got ahead and then he's now 2 seconds behind. So I believe that is what's happened there. Lap number 16 has now begun. We do have some team radios. Max Verstappen first. Okay, Max, for info, you have been given a 10-second penalty. So this is Verstappen's reaction to his 10-second penalty. He literally just said, 10? That's impressive. And his engineer said, head down. It was a lot of whinging. So I can only imagine what was being said between the two. They're actually such, like, kids. And that's coming from a kid. But, like, Jesus, they are so, like, just, I hate them. Such crybabies. Like, Verstappen doesn't even have to do all of this. He doesn't have to go try and kill a man. He doesn't have to do this. He can just drive. Even if Lando finishes ahead of him, he's probably still going to win the championship. But now, all Lando has to do is stay within 10 seconds of Verstappen and he finishes ahead. So Verstappen, you have royally fucked yourself there, mate. But I don't really care because the Ferraris are still leading 1 and 2. The gap is now down a little bit to 2.6 seconds, but the Ferraris are looking good. They're looking composed, which is important. Now, Sergio Perez, 0.6 behind Liam Lawson. Is this the moment where he gets an overtake done? 0.7, that is, I think, a little bit too far, to be honest, but we'll go along with him anyway, and we will see if it's enough. Here he goes, making his way down the straight. He's definitely too far back. Especially for someone like Perez that is so preservative. He has to make sure that the overtake is 100% confirmed before going for the move. Now we're on the second straight though, and he's actually had a really, really good exit. There is a chance here for Checo. I think he's gone for it. Sergio Perez goes for it on Liam Lawson. And I think they're will to will at the moment, and Liam Lawson stays ahead. So that must have been just covering the inside, which I hate that section of the track because it is just hogging the inside. And you're basically guaranteed to keep the place. It's really cringe. There's not enough room to go around the outside because the racing line goes to the inside of the corner, then to the outside of the next. It's really cringe, but we move. Verstappen temporarily disappearing from the live timing, but he's now returned and he's still going along, 2.7 behind. And Ferrari now, they just need to keep it simple and just manage. That's all they need to do. They have the pace, they have the gap, they just need to chill and get it done. Sergio Perez, 0.5, 0.6 behind Liam Lawson. That is potentially just enough to go for a move. If he just has a bit of battery left, then he might be able to get it done. Perez, as I say that, also has a lap time deleted for track limits. Here he goes into the chicane, nowhere near. So it is going to be 0.5 or 0.4 in order to get by another car. That is the gap you need. Okay, yep, nice. It's good to see that we're on Kick, and I've been streaming on Kick for God knows how long now, and I'm still getting bot messages. Piss off, I'm not in the mood today. Hey homie, you stream so really well. I do see you streaming a lot, but yet still not affiliated and partnered. I've got a proposal for you. I will share your stream to a Kick community for you to hit 1,000 followers and earn nothing less than $1,000 per streaming and enable your sub button. Add me on Discord if you're interested. Piss off. Anyway, we will now begin lap number 19. Number 19, mouse in baked beans. Here we go. Perez actually dropped really far back. Wait, what's happened to Checo? He must have gone off a little bit. How's he now 2.5 seconds off? What's happened there? I wasn't even looking. What happened? Oh, for crying out loud. So Checo must have gone off slightly here. Or locked up, probably. Oh! No, it's because he went for the move, got past, very good racing between them. I'm lying. Liam Lawson just pushed Checo off, kept pushing Checo off, and then Checo's almost locked that. Yeah, that's poor from Lawson. That's just fucking mean. You can't do that. And now Perez loses the place to Stroll. Now Perez has got back past Stroll. Thanks for that, mate. Fuck you, Liam Lawson. I hate that New Zealand bastard. And Verstappen has got another 10-second penalty. Max Verstappen has a 20-second penalty. I am lying. It has now disappeared again. Okay, it's back to 10 seconds. That's just the live timing being special in the ed. Okay, cool. That's fine. That would have been quite barbaric, really. A 20-second penalty is outrageous. But yeah, that's really annoyed me. That has completely ruined, like, Perez's push. Because he was about to get past, and then Lawson just pushes him off track. Completely. Bro got the move done, was ahead, and then just gets clotted. Sure, okay, knobhead. We just settle down a little bit now. Turn 4 incident involving Stroll and Perez forcing another driver off track. Turn 5 incident involving Lawson and Perez noted. Cool, both of the Red Bulls just can't leave it alone, can they? Jesus wept. Ferrari's now have a 3.5 second lead. Come on, the boys. I'm actively supporting Ferrari now. Come on. Get another 1-2. And win this Constructors. Do the thing. Come on. Lap number 21 now. Well, we're over a quarter now. And it's gone quite slow, to be honest. I mean, if it keeps up as it is, we'll be here for another hour and a bit. Okay, quite a long race then. Norris, 1.6 behind Verstappen. That'll be quite fun if they get into a little mix. And Sergio Perez is stopping. So he is one of the earlier drivers to pit, thinking maybe the undercut is the method. I'm not entirely sure. I do think it's a bit early, to be honest. That is very, very early to come and stop. I'm not entirely sure why he's doing that, to be honest. Oh, I think Checo might have had a puncture. Oh. Well, he is the tyre whisperer for a reason, so... yeah, that's not great. So Checo's pitted, on brand new medium tyres, so he's obviously going to be quite fast, but... I don't think a two-stop strategy really works around here, to be honest. Unless he just unleashes, like, the absolute speed demon and just goes, like, 700 miles an hour for the rest of this race. I don't think there is a world where he can make this work. Because he's now on brand new medium tyres, and if he stays out, it'll be 50 laps on these tyres. Which isn't impossible, but he's going to have to do another stop, surely. Well, I suppose we can hope that he undercuts and gets slightly ahead of, like, at least get back to where he was, and then we'll just have to see what he does from there, but... I think I also now can confirm that Verstappen has been given another 10-second penalty, so that is 2 now. That is actually, like, that has happened. So Verstappen, 20-second penalty to be added on, which at the moment would take him 8, 9, 10, 12, 15. It'd take him outside of the points at the moment. This could be a very, very big weekend for Lando Norris if he could just catch up. I mean, if he finishes 3rd and Verstappen finishes 8th, it's like, it's not that much point gainage. It's like, what, 10? It's nothing, really. Turn 5 incident involving Lawson and Perez, no further investigation. I think that's bollocks. I think Lawson should get a 5-second penalty for that because he is literally ruining another driver's race by overtaking off the track and then pushing the other driver off the track. So that's just shit. Yeah, I'm not too sure how this is going to play out. I don't know if Checo has the ability to nurse those tyres. Yeah, I don't know if he has the ability to make those mediums last 50 laps. I think he did something similar in 2021 when he finished 3rd. I believe that he did actually... Didn't he, like, I swear he had those mediums on for a very, very long time, and then he had, like, a grading phase, and then said afterwards, like, the tyres are feeling good again, so, who knows, but he is catching Ocon and the rest of the field very, very quickly. At the moment, I'd say he's about P13 with the undercut included, which isn't fantastic. He's still behind where he was. Keep in mind, he was 3 seconds behind Liam Lawson when he came in. Yeah, that's... I fucking hate Liam Lawson now. That's really, like... I hate him now. I want like, very, very enhanced hate watch. Lando Norris also nearly within a second of Verstappen. I feel like Lando doesn't want to try and overtake Verstappen, because I feel like Verstappen is going to do something outrageous, like take him out. Verstappen is the kind of guy that would actually take out Norris. But I feel like that's actually a good move from the stewards. Just because it just shut up. Like, Verstappen needs to stop trying to kill people. Yeah, Red Bull dropping a colossal stinker so far, which I'm quite glad about, to be honest. Fuck Red Bull. Oscar Piastri on the move, getting past Lance Stroll at the weird, like, quadruple chicane segment. Sergio Perez now 16.5 seconds behind Ocon, which I don't know how long a pit stop is. I think it's about 25, 26 seconds. So at the moment, you know, 16, 18, 19, 21... He should be exactly where he was once everyone else pits, but this is what I mean. I want to see how long all of these medium runners go on their tyres for. Because, like, how long do they last? I do feel like Checo will have to stop again at least once, and maybe put on some softs at the end. Maybe? I'm not too sure. Suppose we'll have to wait and see. I'm really bad at updating the lap counter, aren't I? Although, look at the Ferraris now. Sainz, 5 seconds ahead of Leclerc. Leclerc, 6 seconds ahead of Verstappen. Norris, DRS. Norris, please, don't bottle this. If you feel threatened, just back out of it. Because you're not gonna catch the Ferraris. All you need to do is just finish next to Verstappen. Like, whether it's in front or behind, it doesn't matter. Just finish near him, within 20 seconds of him, and you're okay. That's all you need to do. You don't need to try and send it, or even do any remote form of overtake, because I know what Verstappen's like. He will clot into Norris and get him out of the race just so he can go win the championship. That is exactly what Verstappen will do. I'm quite excited to see it happen, and it might be happening soon. Also, I don't know, should I be impressed? Not really. Actually, no, I'm not. I was going to say I'm impressed by the Mercedes pace, but I mean, Russell's 7 seconds behind. It's not awful, but look at the Hasses. Keep it up with the Mercedes, like, quite easily as well. 4.5 seconds, 3.5 seconds, and then the gaps are actually really small still. You think about it, there is only a 47-second gap between first and last at the moment, excluding Perez, because he had to pit early. That's not awful. There's only 35 seconds between all the drivers that have, like, in the points. That's pretty good. Why am I so bad at updating the lap counter? I just keep forgetting for some reason. Turn 4 incident involving Stroll and Perez. No further investigation necessary, so that's all good. Perez is now clean for now until the end of the race, so that's always good. Lando Norris! Never mind, I was going to say he got past Verstappen, but Verstappen stops. 26 laps is what those medium tyres have lasted. Shit, that's really bad for Checo. You're telling me those mediums can only do 26? Oh, Nelly, that's really bad. I wonder if Verstappen's going to serve his penalty. I think he is. Yeah, he is. Verstappen is serving his 20-second penalty. That didn't feel like 20 seconds, though. That's quite interesting, really. That just did not feel like 20 seconds at all. That was either a slow stop, or I can't count to 20. So Stroll pits. This is actually quite interesting. So Stroll pits and comes out 4 seconds behind Perez. Also, Perez's pace wasn't actually that bad. He comes out 8 seconds behind Verstappen. So the pace really wasn't that bad at all. That kind of pace is like top 4. Although I believe Verstappen did take his... I think Verstappen did do his penalty, though. So, actually, no, he wasn't that good at all, really. I'm trying to get an update to see if he did, but I can't seem to find one. Right, let's see. So the strap-on comes into the pits. Here he comes. Now, does he serve the penalty or not? Oh, he done a 10-second penalty. He served one of the 10-second penalties. I think. Wait, no, I think he did the whole 20. He did. Oh wow. He actually did the whole 20-second penalty. I have a complete misconception of how fast time passes. Wow, okay, sure. That was... Wow, okay. So, Verstappen has now served his penalty, and now he can give it the absolute beans. That is quite depressing, though, that Verstappen takes a 20-second penalty, and Checo is still 8 seconds behind. So, obviously, he was, what, like, 4... I suppose he was, like, a minute behind, though, to be fair. Yeah, I suppose that makes sense, actually. I mean, being stuck down in, like, P10, P11, you're going to be so incredibly slow compared to the front runners in clean air. Look at Sainz's pace as well. Always, like, half a second up on his teammate. Now 7.5 seconds between them. That's good pace. So I suppose Verstappen now just gives it the beans. I mean, it's, you know, he's got no more penalty. His penalties are served. Now it's just push like hell and try and get to the end, I guess. Now we have a few more drivers pitting. We have Gazza and Lewis Hamilton stopping. So it seems like 28 to 30 laps is the is the limit for these medium tires, which isn't too great for Checo because that means he will definitely have to stop one more time. The only good part is that he can probably stop and then go back onto another set of mediums and then give it the beans. Now, keep in mind, Gasly was running, like, P7 or something, and Checo comes out 1.3 seconds ahead. So, the undercut is currently working, but of course, he has to then stay out ahead. He will have to do another, like, a stop, which is just crazy. These laps are passing far too quick. I can't update them in time. It's actually crazy. Hulkenberg now making his probably only stop, let's be honest. Now, where's he going to come out? I mean, I'm looking down at the Gasly and Perez area. I want to see where he comes out compared to them. So there goes Verstappen. There goes Zhou Guanyu ahead. And here comes Gasly and Perez. So Hulkenberg comes out just ahead by about 3 seconds ahead of Gasly and Checo. So, yeah. I suppose that ain't awful. Yeah, Sainz is actually driving too fast at this stage. I actually can't keep up, like, updating the lap counter. He's actually driving too fast. Once again, half a second quicker than his teammate. 8.1 seconds. Lando Norris in the pits. Now, I believe he is obviously going to come out ahead of Verstappen. But I don't think it's going to be by much. Verstappen has pulled about 5 or 6 seconds on him in a very small amount of time. Despite the penalty. Magnussen also in. So let's see. There is Verstappen. Making his way around the final corner. Also, I just realised Alonso's retired. I don't know when that happened. There's Verstappen. Sets the fastest lap of the race. And actually, hold up. His gap ain't that big, really. I mean, it's big, but it's not monstrous. It's about what? Actually, that is quite a lot. It's about 17 seconds. That is quite a lot, really, if you think about it. Yeah, probably... it's a lot bigger than I thought, to be honest. Magnussen comes out in P12. I believe he might come out ahead of his teammate, I think. Where is he? I can't see because there's a kick chat in the way. Like, I honestly might just sack off at this point because no one ever types in it, and when it does, it's just a scam message trying to get me to, like, buy their followers and shit. Like... Blah. blah, 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 blah. Do you know what I mean? Like, shut up. Hang on. Live Constructors Championship. Let me just look at this real quick. So if it stays as it is, which is a Ferrari 1-2 followed by McLaren 3 and 7, Red Bull dropped to 3rd, because they obviously don't have points, and the gap between Ferrari and McLaren will be 25. And I think that, you know, Ferrari are going to get even bigger an advantage, because Piastri ain't finishing... He might finish P5 or P6, but he really ain't racing like he's going to do that. I mean, he's on 31 lap old mediums, for crying out loud. And how many laps are left, actually? We're now on lap, what, 32? So there's 39 laps left. That means Perez's tyres will be 50 laps old exactly. Yeah, you can't do 50 laps on mediums and still have good pace. That just doesn't work. So he will definitely have to stop again, which is a bit shit, but whatever. And we have our first Ferrari of the race stopping. It isn't lap 323. Chile con Carne is in the pits. Puts on a brand new set of hard tyres until the end of the race. Oh, Leclerc actually pitted the lap before. I didn't even realise. Okay, interesting. So Verstappen already back up to P9. I get a feeling he's going to finish probably P4 or 5 in this race, even with that 20-second penalty that he's already served. Piastri has a lap time deleted for track limit, so that's, I believe, warning number 1 for him. But yeah, Verstappen is already 3 seconds off Colapinto on old tyres, gone, and then he's 3 seconds off Hamilton, 2 seconds off Russell. Russell, looking for a potential move on Piastri, actually gets past Piastri, but then you've got, you know, Lawson on old tyres. So once Lawson and Piastri pit, and Colapinto, that's 3 places, he's up to P6. Like... He's gonna... And then Russell does a double over so he can get past Lawson. What a driver on the brand new hards. So he's actually P4 now. Cool, Mercedes do like scamming a decent result, don't they? But how's Checo there? How's he 2 seconds off Zhou Guanyu? What just happened? Did Zhou Guanyu pit, come out, and then Gasly went past him? No, he hasn't pitted yet. Well, I think Gasly must have just overtook him. I don't even know. I'm getting pissed off, though. And now it's just been confirmed to me that Sergio Perez does have 60 points of downforce missing. Oh, that's not what I wanted to hear. Balls to the walls. That's really cringe. And that's all Liam Lawson as well, just being a shit racer. Oh, I hate that New Zealand tosser. Alright, we move, I guess. Lap number 34 now. Oh, never mind, it's actually lap 35. There you go, lovely. We do have a couple of close battles on track. We have Verstappen. He's probably going to be the main geezer we're looking at, because he's trying to launch an assault on Franco Colapinto, who is still out on 33-lap-old hard tyres. Oscar Piastri's still out on 33-lap-old medium tyres. Yeah, I'm just pissed off, really. Lewis Hamilton Oh, that's a lovely move. Gets past Oscar Piastri into turn 1. Well done, Lewis Hamilton. So Hamilton now 5th, Russell 4th. It's looking pretty good for Mercedes. I don't know how they've shithoused it, but they've done it. We have Verstappen still trying to get past Franco. We know how good at defending this geezer is. Then we have Checo trying to get past Zhou Guanyu, but with 60 points of downforce missing, it's not looking too brilliant for him. And that's really it. It's now just hoping that Ferrari can go and deliver this 1-2, which, to be honest, if they don't, they're world-class bottlers, even bigger bottlers than Manchester United. But, yeah. If you like Red Bull, which... you know, I do, and especially Checo Perez, you are feeling self-unaliveable. I think that'll do. Yeah, it's not a great time for me at the moment. There's nothing to really enjoy. All I can really enjoy is McLaren bottling this Constructors. Let's take a look at Piastri. He still has to pit, of course. Actually, the 3 drivers next to him also do, in Lawson and Colapinto. Max Verstappen, as I say that, gets past him. So Verstappen up to P8. Once the rest pit, he'll be up to P6. And then he only has like a 1-second gap to the Mercedes. So, yeah, Verstappen's still looking good to probably finish 4th in this race. Yeah. Shit. But when Oscar pits, he will lose about 26 seconds, which at the moment would put him behind Sergio Perez when Oscar pits at the moment. That's not great for Oscar, really. His chance of points have suddenly became next to nothing. We still have quite a few drivers to pit as well. Like I said, we've got Liam Lawson. When he pits, he will probably... oh my god, Turi Ip Song, no way. He will also come out behind Piastri, but in like P16. Then we have Colapinto, who will come out probably last. Then we have... wait, no, not last. It will probably be ahead of... well, no, that says 60. Oh, no, it doesn't. It does say 50. So, yeah, probably about last. Bottas will be last, and Ocon will be last. So... unless Piastri goes onto the soft tyre and just obliterates the lap times, I don't really see him getting points today. Yeah, yeah, I don't want to be here anymore. I might just end stream. Thoughts? Passes are now swapping places, and I'm lying, it's actually Bottas mounted assault on Hulkenberg. How's he doing that then on 37 lap old tyres? That's incredible from Bottas. He's been very good this weekend. I rate it, to be fair. Max Verstappen saying the tyres are not working, they don't grip. Well, he's still fucking lively, so who cares? And we move, as we are now on lap number 38. So we are now about halfway through, really. Halfway would have been, what, 65? Where did I get 65 from? 35 and a half, we're on lap 38, it's basically the same thing. I'm impressed with Bottas, though. Hang on, sneeze. Oh, woo! That was a big one. Yeah. Bottas, 37 lap old, hard tyres, keeping up with Hulkenberg on basically brand new hards. That's good. Well done, Bottas. Star performer so far. Actually, who would be my star performer as Verstappen overtakes Liam Lawson into turn numero uno? I think my star performer, it has to be Carlos Sainz so far. Or, well, I say star performer, driver of the day, realistically, is what it's called. My top 3 would probably be Sainz, then Leclerc, and then Bottas, probably. I mean, there's no one's really putting in outstanding performances, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Checo Perez retires from this race. He is so unbelievably slow because of that 60 points of downforce he's missing, which is quite major for those who don't know. It's like missing half a side pod. He is currently, you know, way slower than anyone else on the grid, And pretty soon he will probably get overtaken by Lance Stroll. So honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they decide to bring him in and just retire the car because, yeah, which is devastating, really. I think the most devastating part is that he was on for a really good race. I think if Perez didn't get clotted into by Lawson, I think Perez could have finished P7 today. Which would have been a good comeback from, you know, obviously starting P18. But, you know, Liam Lawson decided to drive into him. So, you know, whatever. I mean, if you watch it back, Checo is ahead of Lawson going into the corner. And then Lawson goes, "Nah, I'm having this," and then just drives into him. But we move. Piastri has another lap time deleted, another track limits warning. That is warning numero dos for Piastri. Kevin Magnussen trying to get past Franco Colapinto, who still hasn't stopped. Neither has Piastri. Are you going to stop at some point? 38 laps on those tyres is ridiculous. Like, sort it out. Do you know what I mean? Like, come on. Checo's damage is now worse. It's getting worse. It was about 40 when it first happened. Then it was 60. Now it's 65. I'm telling you, they are going to box him and he is going to retire from this race. Finally, Oscar Piastri pits after 39 laps on those tyres. And he is going to come out probably, I don't know, P14, I would assume? I don't know. Let's have a look. P13, oh no, it'd be P13 because he's ahead of Lawson. So Lawson comes out with brand new mediums, drops down to P15. Zhou Guanyu is behind. Oh my god, Checo isn't last anymore as Stroll gets past him. Oh, jeez Louise. I think Perez might actually give it up after this. I think he might just say to himself, you know what, I've had enough, really. I can't stand it. Do you know what I mean? I come here, in my home race, I'm ready to give it the beans, and I get clotted into by some random guy from New Zealand no one's ever heard of, and there it goes. Now Checo's saying the front axle is completely dead as he is now being overtaken by Liam Lawson. Okay, you know what? Let's just forget about Checo at this point. Let's focus on the leaders, the Ferraris. Currently, 5 seconds ahead of Lando Norris. Max Verstappen, 8 seconds off Lewis Hamilton. With 30 laps remaining, he can definitely catch up in that time. Oscar Piastri, currently P13. I reckon he can easily nick a point. He is only about 6 seconds off. It's about 8 seconds off. Actually, no, it's about 9 seconds off nicking a point, which is actually quite good for the constructors. So, go on, Oscar. Do it for the boys. You know, we've got 30 laps remaining as Lawson gets past Checo, and I'm going to... Anyway, so, at the moment, our biggest gainer is Franco Colapinto, although he hasn't stopped yet. Once he does, it will then be Ocon, but he hasn't stopped, so then it will be a three-way tie, or a two-way tie, between Piastri and Zhou Guanyu. Zhou Guanyu hasn't stopped, so the biggest gainer, virtually right now, is Oscar Piastri with +5, would actually turn into +7 once Colapinto and Bottas pits, and then he'll actually be in the points. So, looking good for Oscar right now. Fastest Sector 1 as well. And our biggest loser at the moment is Lawson, I believe, with -4. Also Verstappen with -4, but obviously you have to keep in mind that he is, well, he did have a 20-second penalty, which is, you know, quite significant, really. But, yeah, it's a shit race, really, isn't it? Like, it is. Max Verstappen says it's really dark, apparently. What time is it in Mexico? I swear it's like 2 p.m. Yeah, 2 p.m. How's it getting dark at 2 p.m.? Okay, that's a bit interesting, but we move. Lap 43 now. Sainz leading by 7 seconds. Lando Norris actually starting to reel in Leclerc a little bit here. Could be quite an exciting end. The Hasses, again, looking like they're going to score double points. I mean, they don't really have a challenger at the moment. I mean, Colapinto's going to stop. There'll be P7 and 9, or no, P7 and 8. And even if Oscar Piastri gets past, which he probably will, it's still P8 and 9, which is obviously 6 points. That's really good. Perez is now 4 seconds behind Lawson. Oh, God. That's after 2 laps as well. I mean, you can see the lap time difference. Perez 24.3, Lawson 21.5. Oh, no. Okay, anyway. Any close battles on track? Liam Lawson gets past Zhou Guanyu, who still hasn't stopped, alongside Colapinto and Bottas and Ocon. Oscar Piastri gets past Valtteri Bottas and is also now looking for a move onto Pierre Gasly as well, elevating him into the points. And then he'll actually then be P9 because Colapinto needs to stop. So, go on, Piastri. He's having a good race so far. Very, very strong. Fair play. Yeah, it's looking a bit shit so far, isn't it? I mean, we're over halfway through, so the misery's nearly over. Alright, so the Ferraris are making their way around the final sector to start lap number 45. Sainz with a 6.3 second lead onto Charlie, who has a 5 second lead on Norris as Gasly is overtaken by Piastri into turn 1. So now Piastri is in the points and it's virtually P9 and can probably go and get P7 in this race, which is massive for McLaren in the constructors. Like, absolutely humongous, because rather than McLaren scoring 15 points, they would then be scoring 1, 2, 4, 6, so they'll be getting 21. That's very good. Although Checo is now saying that they should... Oh, Checo's actually stopped again, I just realised. So Perez back in. He's changed his front wing angle. I think he had like 10 clicks up or something ridiculous like that. And he's now back out on the fresh mediums as Zhou Guanyu also makes his first stop and comes out ahead of Perez. But I don't think his position and his pace is going to improve all that much because, yes, he's on brand new tyres, but he still has that 65 points of damage. Ugh, that is like incredibly shattering to say. Terrible. Awful stuff, really. I want to die. I want to die. I want to die. Norris is actually catching the Ferraris a little bit now, not by a significant amount, but he's got that gap down to 4.5 seconds with the fastest lap as well. So that's just another point that McLaren are going to get in the constructors. They're looking good to... They are obviously they're gonna lose points, but rather than it being like 20 something, it's now only going to be about 10, which is fine. I mean, after this, there's what, 3 races left? Or no, 4 races left, I think. There's Brazil, Qatar, Abu Dhabi, and then Las Vegas. I know the order's different. I think, isn't it Brazil, Qatar, Las Vegas, Abu Dhabi, and then that's it? Plus 2 sprint races, or is it just 1 sprint race? I have no idea. The Hasses are also looking strong again. You know, they'll have a 6-second lead to Piastri. I think Piastri will catch up eventually because he's in a much quicker car. But the Hasses, unbelievable recently. Like, they are so good. America got double points in the sprint race. Hulkenberg got points in the main race. Today, they're both in the points again. Looking very, very equal in terms of lap time and position. As Sergio Perez has made an overtake. And that just shows how bad Zhou Guanyu is. He has lost a place to a car that with no front axle, 65 points of missing downforce, and all sorts of other problems. Like, that is incredible, really. But let's be honest, right? Checo Perez is now 30 seconds behind Lawson. No one else is stopping, apart from Ocon. When Ocon stops, I don't even know where it'll be. It will be about 96 seconds behind, but Perez has now been lapped. So I'm not too sure. And now... Oh, please! Give me a breather for like 10 seconds! It's now come out that Checo has serious floor damage. How is that little contact with Lawson completely and utterly ruined this bloke's car? He's already missing 65 points of downforce, and now he's got serious floor damage. How? Wait, Lando Norris has actually been logical for once. He said earlier on, when Verstappen kept clotting into him, he just come on the radio and just said, "This guy is dangerous, I just have to avoid a crash." 12 races later, he has finally figured it out that you can't race him, you just have to avoid him, and that's it. Wow, impressive stuff. Franco Colapinto comes into the pits, and he's going to come out in P15. Way behind Liam Lawson by about 12 seconds, and then obviously way ahead of Checo, because it's basically just Checo versus Zhou Guanyu, battle of the mid-off, really. I think Liam Lawson just overtook Ocon as well, so Lawson now up to P13. Brand new medium tyres. Bottas still has to stop. Stroll is looking really slow, so there is a realistic chance of a Liam Lawson point here. I mean, Bottas is a free overtake, Stroll's basically a free overtake, and then he's just got a 5-second gap to Gasly on really old medium tyres. I think Lawson can do this, you know. Oscar Piastri, 7 seconds behind Hulkenberg with, 12 laps remaining? No, 22 laps remaining. Why am I so bad at basic maths? honestly. I don't even know anymore. I can't wait to just end the stream and go to bed straight after this. It's going to be class. I knew, like, this race was going to be disastrous for pretty much everyone I support. Purely because of West Ham earlier in the day. When something that incredible happens, I feel like the next thing can only be awful when it is. Liam Lawson with DRS on Lance Stroll. Probably will get past quite quickly if I had to imagine. And then we have Bottas, who is still yet to stop, so that means Lawson will go up to P11. And then, yeah, he's only got a 6-second gap to Gasly to go for the points. Go on, son. And as I say that, Valtteri Bottas is finally in. Well done, mate. You have managed to do it. Let's see where Bottas comes out then. So, P14. Where's... Oh, he's definitely going to be P14. There's no way he comes out behind, like, Ocon on them. There he is. And, yeah, he does come out ahead by some distance. And there's Lando Norris going through. 2-lap the bloke. Still been a very, very impressive race by Bottas so far. The strategy is a bit interesting. Staying out on those hard tyres for that long. I feel like Lawson's strategy was absolutely bang on today. So far, it could still go horribly wrong for him. But he's catching Stroll. He should get past him relatively easily. And then it's just a fight with Gasly for the final points place. Oscar Piastri already has that gap down by 1.5 seconds to the Hasses. So you'd have to assume that Piastri will be looking good for a P7 finish in this race, which is very important for the constructors. Checo Perez saying, yep, I was having good understeer. It's getting better now. Nice. Carlos Sainz says we are pushing way too hard as a team. Well, there is a reason that you are pushing so hard, and the reason is Lando Norris is right there. He is only 4 seconds behind Leclerc, and if Norris overtakes Leclerc, this is going to be very exciting, because not only will McLaren gain even more points, which means Ferrari's like gain will be less, but in the drivers, Verstappen, looking like he's going to finish P6 in this race, is only picking up 25, 18, 15, 12, 10, 8 points. Norris potentially 18. So obviously a plus 10 for Lando Norris, which, with the amount of races left, I don't think that's going to be enough to, like, change the championship, but that's still a lot of points to take off your rival, to be fair. I mean, I say rival because, you know, he's the closest one to Verstappen, but they're not really rivals, to be honest. I mean, on track, maybe, just because the amount of times they crashed into each other, but they're not championship rivals by any means. Lando is far too far back. But we're now on lap 53, so we obviously have 18 laps remaining. And, yeah, so still quite a while left. We have already been here for 1 hour and 20 minutes. And we still have 18 laps left. 18 minutes? I mean, if we just say a lap time is like 82 seconds, 82 times 18 divided by 60, we're going to be here for another half an hour. You know? That's a long time, really. That's like 1 hour and 50 race. Like, yeah. Oh. So when Verstappen said it's getting dark, I see. So Verstappen said it was getting dark, not because it was actually getting dark, like the sun was going down. He said it was getting dark because of the rain. That makes a lot more sense, to be fair. That makes an incredible amount more sense. Okay, fair enough. That does piece things together, really. Although the rain, it ain't really arrived, really. I mean, there ain't nothing that's come up about the weather potentially raining. And there aren't really any close battles on track at the moment. There are only two that we're really... Well, there's three that we're interested in. One of them is Norris on Leclerc, 3.7 seconds. He is not catching anywhere near enough to go for the move. So I think for now, Leclerc might just hold on. Then our second battle... Actually, we have another one I've just spotted. Hamilton, within a second of Russell. That would be very nice. For my prediction... No, I'm not. It's not. I'm lying. I had Hamilton 5th and Russell 6th, not 4th. Okay, never mind. We might as well see if Hamilton could go and get the move done into turn 1 on his teammate. He's getting close. Go on. Nope, not going to happen. That's fine. Then we have Oscar Piastri catching the Haas cars. He definitely will catch Hulkenberg and pass him. Will he catch Magnussen, though? I don't know. 7 seconds is quite a lot. But we are talking about a McLaren against a Haas. Fastest Sector 2 for Piastri as well. And then our final battle is Liam Lawson against Lance Stroll. And to be fair, Lance Stroll hanging on incredibly well. Actually outside of DRS from Lawson. So that's pretty good, really. 27-lap-old hard medium Pirelli tyres. I don't know what I just said. 27-lap-old tyres. Lawson with 14 laps. And obviously on softer tyres, and yet he's diffing him. Fair play. Norris is... See, this is what I don't really understand about Formula 1. How come Norris is constantly setting faster laps than Leclerc, but isn't really catching him? I mean, last lap he was like 4 tenths quicker, and yet he's only caught him by a tenth. How does that work? I have no idea. But through Sector 1, Norris 0.04 of a second up on Leclerc. Through Sector 2, Norris actually setting a purple mini sector. Then we have Piastri. 12 milliseconds away from getting DRS. That is tragic. Norris, nearly 3 tenths up in Sector 2. This is looking very good for Lando Norris, although Leclerc did have a bit of traffic with Franco Colapinto. Actually, he might have just given Lando some DRS. Actually, no, he's way too far back. Piastri is now within a second of Hulkenberg, so you'd imagine he'd get past fairly quickly. Nothing else really going on, to be honest. Now, to be honest, was this race worth staying awake for and not really sleeping for? Absolutely not. To be honest, I could have predicted this result, like, very easily. I mean, if Ferrari 1-2, Verstappen and Norris crashing into each other in a Perez disaster. Like, it's basically just a normal race at this point. Norris, though, look at that. 2.8 seconds now because Leclerc is having to get through traffic. He had to get past Colapinto, then he had to get past Lawson, who just moves out the way for him. And then there's Stroll as well. I mean, of course, Lando also has to get through that traffic, depending on how quickly you can do it. Now, this is what's interesting. Colapinto has just given Lando DRS. So now, Colapinto should move out the way, going into turn 1, also giving Lando a very, very handy slipstream. So there he goes. Lando goes through into turn 1. Now he obviously gets the second bunch of DRS, and now he is only 2 seconds behind Charlie. Now, when will Liam Lawson get out of the way, though? That is where everything gets decided, is where Lawson decides to move for Lando Norris. He doesn't have to do it yet, because I think it's 1.5 seconds behind. You have to move, I think, maybe, potentially. Let me quickly check how my team in Apex are doing. Oh my god, they're fucking second. Oh, baby, 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 baby. I haven't got 42. Hold up, wait. 9, 19, 28. Oh shit, okay, that's my guys. That's my dogs right there. That's my dogs, bro. That's my dogs. Fair enough. Okay, sorry, back to this. I was just had to look at that. Wanted to watch that as well. Why is this race so long? Bloody hell. Gap is now 2.4 seconds. Lando Norris is having to go through that traffic that Leclerc is having to go through. Lawson's still not moving out the way. So, and actually has given Lando more DRS. Oh, Lando is a lucky bastard. He needs to go and slip both Lawson and Colopin to a 10 or later. Because if he actually goes and gets this second now, holy moly. Into turn 1, Lawson not moving out the way he should do it at the exit of the chicane. Because that's the rules. Come on. Out you go. Move! 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 There it is. Thank you, Lawson. Cheers for that, buddy. So now, Lando Norris, 2.5 seconds behind Leclerc, and there is more traffic to be dealt with. Stroll is the next driver, should get out of the way of Leclerc into the stadium section, and then Lando obviously have to get involved as well. So it's not completely over yet. You know, it's only a 2-second gap. Laps are starting to run out though. And to be fair, Lando isn't really catching, you know, when traffic isn't involved. So Leclerc gets past. He is now all clear for at least a couple of laps. Lando still has Stroll to get by, although Stroll might give Lando some more DRS. And I think he is, you know. He definitely is. Round the final corner, Lando Norris has DRS again and is now only 1.5 seconds behind. What is this RNG? This bloke is the luckiest bastard in the world, but I'm not against it. Lance Stroll, and he oh my goodness! Lance Stroll playing the team orders here, letting Lando go by to turn 1 and giving Lando DRS to go and catch Charlie. Lance Stroll playing the team game, getting team orders from McLaren and letting Lando through. That is incredible by Lance Stroll. Well done, mate. That's class from you. My goodness, I can't believe that. He not only gives Lando DRS down the main straight and the second straight, but then gets out the way in turn 1. That is incredible from Lawrence Stroll. Fair play. Now Lando, 1.1 seconds behind Leclerc. This is massive. For both championships in a way, bigger in the constructors because Ferrari will only catch by like, well, 5 points less or something like that. And Lando will also catch Verstappen by a lot more points as well. Oscar Piastri 7 seconds behind Kevin Magnussen. That's going to be really close. But this is looking very good for McLaren. If you're a McLaren fan or a Lando fan, this is looking very good for you so far, although Lando still has to get the job done of catching Leclerc and passing him, and at the moment he's actually losing time to him. We are now on lap number 60. We only have 11, or technically 12 laps remaining. Sheesh kebab. I'm still surprised Checo Perez hasn't retired from the race. I don't see the point of driving around still. You're P16, you're 3 seconds off Ocon, you've got 70 points of damage, and that's not even including the new floor damage that he's got. He's got a broken front axle, his car is absolutely in the mud, and yet he's still diffing Zhou Guanyu, who has no car problems whatsoever. Oi, when Lawson overtook Checo down the main straight when he collided into him, he gave him the finger. You can't drive into someone else and then just give him that. That's just not very nice. Wow, that's actually crazy. Norris still losing time to Charlie. 1.3 seconds now. It was 1.2. Well, actually, it was 1.1 at some point, and that is 1.1 again. Okay, never mind. It's still not fully over, but Leclerc has just set his best sector 1 of the race with a 28.2. Norris a 28.4. Through sector 2, we have Leclerc with a 31.2. Norris a 30.9. So Norris very, very close to DRS. He's only a 10th off. Can he get it through the stadium section? Oh, I don't know. Okay, anyway. Norris. How did he do that? I look away for 1 second. Lando's got DRS and then set the fastest lap of the race. Alright, fair enough. Okay. So down to Norris. 0.6 off Leclerc. Hamilton, 0.7 off Russell. Piastri, 7 seconds off Magnussen. Lawson can't pass a 35-lap-old Lance Stroll with a worse car. So you ruin Checo Perez's race by driving into him, give him the finger when you drive past him, but then you can't overtake an Aston Martin driven by the worst driver on the grid, apart from one, the second worst driver on the grid, on 35-lap-old hards. That is outrageous, but I kind of rate it. And what's happened there? What's just happened? Why did Leclerc just stop? What? Wait, what? What just happened? Well, I need to consult Sky Sports for this. Wait, what just happened? Why did Leclerc just stop? Surely that's a bug with the live timing, no? Wait, hang on, I need to get some info on this. What just happened? Oh! Leclerc went off! Leclerc went off! Oh, you utter knobhead! Oh, I've had enough of you, I really have. Leclerc goes off track on the final corner, loses the rear, almost has a Valtteri Bottas and clots into the wall, keeps it on. Now he's third, 2.5 seconds off. And that might be it for Leclerc. He might be finishing P3 in this race. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Outrageous. Leclerc loses the rear like an utter moron. And is now P3. So, in the Drivers' Championship, Lando Norris currently gaining 19 points. Max Verstappen, 10. I think 25, 18, 15, 8. So, Norris gains 11 points on Verstappen in the Drivers' Championship right now. Ferrari, will score 25 plus 15, so 40. So Ferrari get 40 points today. McLaren, if it stays as it is, which is looking good to be, McLaren will get 19 plus 6, so 26. So Ferrari will catch by 14 in the Constructors. Red Bull drop down to third, and Norris catches Verstappen in the Drivers by about, well, what? 11. And then Leclerc also catches Verstappen by, like, 5, so like nothing. But wow. That is incredible. Now, maybe Lando's engineer is like, come on, go and get the win, too! But it's not going to happen, really, let's be honest. But yeah, That's a crazy moment in the Formula 1 race. That is totally bonkers. Outrageous stuff. And actually, I want to give a quick special shout out. Driver of the day. Actually, no, I'll do it at the end of the race. I'll say my top 3 performers at the end of the race. But that's a potential colossal bottle job by Leclerc. That is a very rare mistake. You don't see Leclerc doing a mistake like that pretty much ever. You know, on the final corner, to lose the rear like that, I mean, to be fair, it was extremely skillful to not go into the barriers. But, you know, just to make the mistake in the first place is, wow. Just gifting it to Lando. Now, will Lando, would he have got the place even with... So if Leclerc didn't have that moment, would he still get past? I don't think he would have. Lando was... I don't know, actually. He was within DRS. It's difficult to call. It's a definite 50-50. I have no idea. Did Leclerc just have his lap time... Really? Leclerc had his lap time deleted because he almost crashed. Yeah, nice one, FIA. That's brilliant. Franco Colapinto! Oh my god, Liam Lawson, you are an utter bottle job, you sad, pathetic loser. I'm gonna laugh at you. That is remarkable. So, Liam Lawson takes out Checo, drives past him, gives him, you know, the finger, and then not only struggles to get past a 39-lap-old hard-tired Lance Stroll, but now gets overtaken by Franco Colapinto in the Williams. Colapinto, another convincing performance. Lewis Hamilton overtakes George Russell with 4 laps remaining. No way! That's really cool. Well done. Well done, Hamilton. That is a very, very nice job by you. Good overtake. I hope you stay ahead. Let's see if he does. Oscar Piastri, fastest sector 2. 4.5 seconds off Kevin Magnussen. Magnussen, only 4.5 seconds off Max Verstappen. Down the main straight, Magnussen can see him. I bet Magnussen's on the radio like, hang on, is he lapped me? But no. It's like Portugal 2021 when Hamilton was chasing Checo Perez and Hamilton was like, can I have some blue flags, please? And Bono came on and said, no, you're racing him. It's one of those, like, Magnussen he's cooking, you know? He just needs to stay consistent and hopefully fend, and now... Ha! You utter prick! Ha! Karma! Have some of that! Boom! Love that! Liam Lawson is now pitting again. Comes out last. Are you proud of yourself? Going for that second Red Bull seat, are we? Tosser. I love that. That's cheered me up. Oh, I don't care about this race anymore. That's really pleased me. He comes out on the brand new soft tyres, going for the fastest lap, trying to take it off Lando Norris. We saw this happened in Singapore when Ricciardo pitted on the final lap to get the fastest lap off Norris. He's trying to do it again to take a point off Norris to help Verstappen in the drivers. He probably will get that fastest lap because he's on brand new softs. And if he does, Norris's gain will be 10 points rather than 11. And yeah, so... Wait, why is Checo now 10 seconds behind Ocon? What just happened? Oh, I think he's just that slow. Oh, okay, fair enough. Lap number 68 now. Sainz making his way through Sector 2 now. Norris catching by a significant amount, but obviously not even remotely close to enough. The main battle that we're looking at right now is Oscar Piastri against Kevin Magnussen, worth 2 points, which means a lot for both teams. McLaren now have a higher chance of winning the Constructors. Haas, just another fantastic performance if they can go and get a P7. P7 is what? 1, 2, 4, 6 points. They'll be scoring 8 points today. Hulkenberg is confirmed P9 unless he crashes. But yeah, Colin Magnussen, 3.2 second gap, 3 laps remaining as Sainz approaches and starts lap number 69. Funny. Anyway, Ocon, 1.2 seconds behind Bottas, catching, but who really cares? It's for P13. Bottas, though, still very impressed with his performance today. He's made that Sauber actually look like a Formula 1 car, not a Formula 3 car. Zhou Guanyu, not really doing that. And, yeah, I think Bottas have been really good. To get that car into Q2 in the first place was obviously extraordinary. At the start of this season, I actually had Bottas as one of my star performers because he was so good in that Sauber. He was getting that car into Q2, and I believe he got it into Q3 once or twice this season. Norris, 6.1 seconds behind Sainz. He is making a definite impact. He's catching by about, 7/10 a lap, which is not even remotely close to catch him, as Liam Lawson does go and take the fastest lap with a 1 minute 19.5. I reckon if Lando charges up the battery, he can get that back. He can definitely get that back. That's only a tenth. That's only 2 tenths faster than, his best. No, he can do that. Lando can definitely do that lap time. Penultimate lap starts. I love Checo so much. So, Q-Bird comes on the radio and says there's a bit of debris in turn 12. And Perez says, it was that stupid idiot or something like that. And then Q-Bird said, you can go and watch the highlights later. And Checo just says, I am watching them. He's actively looking at the screen like Alonso does, where he just watches the replays as he's driving round. Charles Leclerc comes into the pits. Soft tyres, potentially, for Leclerc. Surely. Well, yeah, obviously. So Leclerc comes out on soft tyres to try and take away Lawson's fastest lap to not only give himself an extra point, but Ferrari an extra point. That is a very good decision by Ferrari. I really like that. Lando Norris's gap to Sainz, 5 seconds, not going to be enough as Sainz comes around the final corner to begin the final lap of this race. Here we go. What an absolute snooze fest and depression. We move, though. Oscar Piastri, the main battle we're looking at here, 2.1 behind Magnussen, although Magnussen on a decent lap so far, faster than Piastri by 1,000th in Sector 1. I'm lying, there are the updated ones. Magnussen actually faster than Piastri through Sector 1. Leclerc setting green sectors. Of course, this is not his final lap. It's about to start. Norris, 5 seconds. He ain't catching. Magnussen, though, easily in my top 3 best performers today. I think it has to be Sainz, Magnussen, Gasly? Or Bottas? I don't know. I think Magnussen has to be in the top 3 best performers this race, though. Diffing Piastri, although not entirely yet. Verstappen gets through a bit of traffic. Magnussen might actually lap someone, which is crazy. Wait, hang on. Sergio Perez is out on new softs as well. Don't tell me he's going to go and nick the fastest lap as well. I don't think he can get it ahead of Leclerc. Leclerc sets a 27.8 through the first sector. Carlos Sainz, he's about to win. What a driver. Chili con carne, round the final corner, and he's done it. Well done, Chili. That was class. That was very good. That was a great drive. That was really good. Well done, you, sir. Well done, you. So that's 25 points for Ferrari. Now, who will get fastest lap? Checo or Leclerc? I'm not entirely sure. Let's find out. So, Leclerc, 27.88. Checo, a 28.3. So he's already half a second down. I don't think that's going to happen. Lando Norris finishes second, by the way. Leclerc finishes third. And gets the fastest lap with a 1 minute 18.3. A second and a bit faster than Lawson. Get diffed, you scrubby bastard. Then we have Hamilton in P4, Russell P5. Good performance by Mercedes, that's good pointage. Max Verstappen, despite a 20-second penalty, still finishes P6, although a minute behind Carlos Sainz, even without the penalty, still 40 seconds behind. Outrageous. He just crosses the line in P6. Magnussen, easily the best performer, P7, apart from Sainz maybe. Oscar Piastri, good recovery from P17 to finish P8. Hulkenberg, P9, double points for Haas. Fair play, well done them. They get 8 points. And then Gasly, out of nowhere, slips in a points finish to finish P10. Then we have Lance Stroll. I'm actually very impressed with Stroll today. I feel like he was very, very good. On 45-lap-old hard tyres, he not only held back Liam Lawson and Colapinto and Ocon, but he also got only 6 seconds away from scoring points in a very, very slow car. So not a bad performance by Stroll. Colapinto, where'd that come from? Colapinto P12. Still a strong drive, but not obviously his best, but very good still. Ocon P13, Bottas P14, make that car look like a racing car, fair play to him. Zhou Guanyu somehow doesn't finish last. Liam Lawson crosses the line to finish P16, and, well, despite the damage, Checo Perez actually beat Lawson's fastest time. Have that. Well done. GG's, everyone. There you go. Mexican Grand Prix is now done. Now, I don't know if it's legal or not, but I am going to play some team radios for you. Because I feel like it. Okay, let's do that. So, let's unhide all. Okay, wait, I don't have an... Wait, what? Add audio output. Add existing. This is audio output, right? Wait, what's this one? Hang on. I need audio output 10. Hang on. Audio output 10. There we go. Okay, so here are some team radios from the drivers, starting with Carlos Sainz.
Yes, this is masterclass, Carlos. Dominant weekend, un mastino. Good job.
Yes. Yes.
Make a good weekend, Carlos.
Thank you. Oh, this feels good. Oh, feels good. Thank you, guys.
Whoa, voice crack. Yes. Yes. Thank you, guys. That was crazy. Then we have Leclerc.
19.5, but Perez is trying as well.
Wait, Leclerc done an 18.3. Holy shit! An 18.3, yeah, I kind of rate that. Checo Perez, this is quite earlier on. Okay, yeah, so there you have it. That is another race weekend in the books for Fat Crim and the Formula One world. Let's look at I always forget. Let's look at my predictions that I set for the race. I said Carlos Sainz would convert pole to win, and he did. I said Lando Norris second, he did. Charles Leclerc third, he did. Wheel knowledge, love that. Max Verstappen fourth, finished P6. Piastri P5, he finished P8. Hamilton P6, he was P4. Hulkenberg P7, he was P9. Magnussen P8, he was P7. Albon P9, he DNF'd. Lawson P10. Scrubby bastard finished P16. So, I got 3, but just like qualifying. Qualifying, I got 1 out of 10. But the one I got right was pole. This time, I only got 3 right, but it was the top 3. So, I think that's not too bad all round. So, unfortunately, I did actually miss a session today, or yesterday. I missed FP2, but I watched FP1, I watched FP3, qualifying, and the Grand Prix. Next up is, of course, the Brazilian Grand Prix, triple header in the Americas. Now, I believe it's also a sprint race. Let me quickly get the timings up for you so I can tell you when to tune in next week. The show will start, and actually, it's quite an early one, to be honest. I know Brazil is, quite further south than Mexico, but, the race today started at 8 p.m. my time. The latest session was practice 2, which was at 11 p.m. Whereas the Brazil ain't too bad. So it will start at 2:30 p.m. BST for practice 1. Then at 6:30 we have the sprint quali. The next day it's half an hour earlier, so 2 p.m. is the sprint race. 6 p.m. qualifying, and then a 5 p.m. race day. I'm telling you this now. On Thursday or Wednesday, in a couple of days, I will set up the live streams so you can just look at them, you know, and it'll tell you how long it is. And we'll go from there. So I'll rate this race a 5 out of 10. Overall, my top 3 drivers, Carlos Sainz easily first. I think Magnussen second easily. Dift Piastri, P7, only 4 seconds behind Verstappen. Verstappen had no issues. I think he had to do a lot of lifting coast, but no like car damage or anything. And then my third best performer, I'm probably going to go with Lando Norris. Because, yes, he was a bit slow, but he recovered, made Leclerc go into a mistake, finished second, and not a too bad performance overall. Of course, Checo Perez is going to be evidently heartbroken because of Liam Lawson completely ruining his race. Now, yes, I'm completely biased, but he just did. Looking at the replay, you can see Lawson, he is behind at the apex, which is the rules. He is behind, still goes for it and crashes into Checo, which unfortunately gives him the damage. I think Checo ended with 70 points of side pod damage, and then a completely ruined floor. So, that's very cringe, but I suppose it is what it is, I guess. I don't really know. I wouldn't be surprised if Perez is found hanging later tonight. That's an outrageous thing to say, but I don't think I can contemplate how shit he must feel right now. But we move! So, like I said, next week, Brazilian Grand Prix, you better be there. Sprint weekend as well. I might do 1 or 2 streams throughout the week as well. Jenson Button driver career, F1 ranked, that kind of thing. And I'm going to get back on the video grind, because of course now I'm not forced to stream. I can just do videos. So, content is booming. And we'll go from there. So I think that's everything. I've covered my predictions, final thoughts, rated the race out of 10, top 3 performers. That's probably about it. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you lot in my next stream, which if it isn't, you know, in the next couple of days, it will be on Friday. So, adios. Dude!
Touch, but I'm still here. We were young, we were kids, it was something rare. I told you everything, but when it all burned down and you were left with nothing, did you question God or did you see it coming? Come on, oh come on, yeah. When it all burned down and you lost my number, or you couldn't even call, didn't know if you recovered or not. Come on.
I just realised my YouTube short stream, I didn't put it into the ending, so I'm just sat here, just nothing. Okay, YouTube shorts. Have one of them. Lovely. Alright, see you a lot later. Goodbye.